now, singling them out.
So hey, this is Apex. First I'm coming here. And yeah, this is definitely just finals. I think this is finals. I don't know if this is finals yet, but this is definitely yes. And yeah, let's play out. I'm gonna be talking to some of my friends while doing this. And yeah. I'm streaming on YouTube, so yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
On the back of 2 headshot snipes, that's not going to happen every time. So that's a team that we can't count out of this one. Coming into these games, they were one of the favorites for me as well. As much as I'm having fun, you know, having this friendly competition with Vivid, they are favorites to do well here today. Here it is, my team, Centered Edgy Commandment, looking fantastic out of their uncontested Misty Meadows. But do they have the Storm Surge? I'm seeing no eliminations.
How long do you guys want to stay in this?
Pressure could be there.
Yeah,
well, a couple after before minute when it hits like
750. Okay, that's fine. That's fine by me.
Besides, it's kind of good. It's giving me more hours. At least it's giving me good hours to keep them to keep the stream and this chat entertained.
Yeah.
Because then I would be losing fellow viewers.
They go to the big regions like NA East and EU. I mean, Edgy and Center did it so well that people just forgot they were West players. They came over and they absolutely dominated. So it's
Spidey, there's something wrong with your mic, bro. You're like cutting out and cutting back in for me.
Yeah, I'm kind of moving my mic a little bit sometimes, you know.
One of their biggest competitive signings.
Or is it like cutting out when like I'm talking like right now?
No, it just like cuts out randomly. I don't know what it is.
I have this thing to like mute my mic and like to put it or to open it back up because there's like a little cutout, you know, like
yeah, like it's like push to talk.
That's just what they're doing here, and let's not forget the fact that they even have 4 eliminations right now.
What's up, Dad?
Macwood and Bucky. That is an 8-point swing.
You just said what's up? Nothing much, Caleb.
I'm gonna add.
I don't know how to say your name, dude. But
PlayStation. I have it. I missed out. Seeing that video just makes me want to keep thinking about him more.
Well, you want to talk? You're gonna invite Zach?
I'm gonna see if I can try. But Zach doesn't play Fortnite, so
okay.
The one who got the one they bullied him on.
Yeah, we bullied on
They weren't on Fortnite. They were in real life.
They were in real life. Like Zach was my best. He's like one of my bestest friends. I hang out with. Yeah, he has a disability, and I remember no.
We've never seen any of them go down in that early game situation, so it's creating.
Man, I'm surprised I haven't checked right now.
That's what I was gonna say. Is that's why it's creating so much rivalry.
I just feel bad for this dude. Feel bad for my friend.
Yeah, they're going down, but they're going down late in the stages, right? We're talking about average minutes alive in the
I'm gonna invite him to the chat and see if he's doing okay, because I am really freaking getting him in line. I'm gonna add him to the chat.
How old is
Shadow? If that's okay with you.
How old is Shadow? Shadow, how old are you?
21.
He's 21. Why? What's up? And I'm 15, by the way. So yeah.
Doesn't have to matter.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Alright, I added him to the chat.
They almost have like a draw card in their back pocket, right? We saw the
yeah, it's fine.
Bro, I really am nervous right now because I haven't talked to him within a month. He's joined.
Okay.
Okay, I gotta go.
Yeah, I see.
Cody.
Hello?
Hey.
Hello, Zach.
What's up?
Nothing much.
Zach, bro, we took, bro, I saw on YouTube. Sean sending me that video.
Yeah, I know.
Bro, you okay?
That's from last year. I told him that was almost a year ago, and he's like, I don't care.
Still, that's not right what they did.
But still, it's not right. You shouldn't have treated me like that.
Exactly.
Is that the reason why you said to talk to me?
Because I was worried about you, bro.
they're making it to the end.
I heard it all before.
Rounds, like, they are just popping off. They're winning the most of the fights. And it's those healing points, man, that
because of all those comments on everybody is literally saying all this crap.
You have to think about it. There are so many trios that do not consist.
Everyone on this video sees that video.
Yeah, there is. There's absolutely no weakness in their gameplay right now. The only
Yeah, no, my girlfriend will probably see it.
early game fight. So unless we saw another team try their hand at dirty golf, you don't need a huge upset for the
Did you notice my Facebook too? I'm no longer with Samantha.
Yeah.
I pretty much had enough of it crap. I've been with someone else for the past month.
Zach.
What?
That bastard. Raven said hi.
Yeah, Sean told her to block me.
I know.
Wait, Zach, how old are you?
21.
Oh, so you're both the same age, you and Shadow. Okay.
Yeah, that bastard fucking posted that damn fucking video.
Honestly, Zach, I'm gonna explain this to you. I'm only 15. I don't really understand what's going on, but I still feel bad.
Yeah, I'd rather not talk about it.
I know you don't want to talk about it, Zach, but still. Because when Sean looked up on the internet, he sent me this video.
Yeah, I know. He sent it to me as a reminder.
What?
I said he sent it to me too today as a reminder from almost a year ago.
This is a team, interestingly, Monster, we saw really popping off early yesterday. Zypher, Nut, and Twexy, but unfortunately falling really short here on day number 2. Their last few games, 22nd place, 27th
But still, you shouldn't be. No one should fucking be going through your
when their
crap.
first 3 games was a third place,
No one should be treated like that, Zach.
Something has come unstuck here.
Yeah, it's night and day for the performances, and you know.
Guess what my cousin got me?
We just have to continue to follow along. And
Gaming PC.
What is going
That's
wrong
cool.
with them? Sometimes it's just again, we hate to say it like
Soon
this,
Zach will be trying. Soon Zach will. Someday we'll go back to doing GTA games.
The way you want it to kind of unfold, but at the same time, when you had such a strong dominant
I'm
start,
like
when you're going
over
against all odds
100
and you're making
and
it all work, it's hard to say what
23
exactly
now.
is being the difference here.
Yeah.
At the very top level right now, we've gone through weeks of qualifiers, we've gone through heats, consistency, everything else has led to
And I
us
have it
having
all
the
set
best
up
of the
where I
best
can just do
on the
a
stage
session just by
and the
myself.
smallest of
A public
areas, the
session,
smallest
like
of
all my
margins
friends
is
can
what makes the difference between a
join.
fantastic
That's
game and
that's
not.
about
We
it.
talked about it last game, Reverse 2K.
As like a public, like I still do my stuff.
That end game, as I say that, Dusky takes down Day in the feed. That could be potential for disaster for our first place team, and that's what these second, third, fourth, fifth place teams. That's what everyone else in the lobby is looking for. As
Raven, I don't think that's a good idea.
Miro and Reverse as a duo. I think the only reboot van that's probably in right
Raven,
now
I don't think that's a good idea.
I don't like the chance of getting it off, even if
Why are you talking to her?
Yeah, because she says, this. Can we all call each other when I'm done streaming?
They're a team that lands all the way on the East Coast, so this is gonna
Raven,
be an uphill
remember
battle
what
for
Sean
them.
said?
You know, that nice sweet lead that they
Is this
had,
going
they've
to only give
already
him a
fallen
reason to
early once, and
bitch?
we've seen how quickly other teams have jumped up to
There's
capitalize
just no
on it.
reason.
If they fall again this time,
Is this going to give it? Is it like I said? Is this going to give Sean a
again,
reason to
more
bitch?
pressure than
I already
you
know
can imagine
this.
for these young players.
We talk about preparation
So,
coming into this.
there's
Who's
just
done
no
their
point.
preparation for a potential
Yeah, there's just no
water zone?
point
We
on
haven't
doing
really
this.
seen one this weekend, Monster. You know how much I love them. I find them so exciting to watch.
So there's just no point of
We've got a
hearing
good one on
Sean.
our hands. We have half land, half water. This is going to be a
But
very difficult one for any
here's
team
what
that hasn't done their
they
homework
said.
or preparation, and even a difficult one for the teams that,
That
have.
pissed me
the
off.
reason why we say this is now
Okay?
there's only about half the area of the next zone.
Raven sent me
the
the
players
photos
are
of
gonna
these
set up on.
comments
They're
that
all
came
gonna
from
aim
that
for
video.
beach. They're all
Okay?
gonna pile on top of each other 'cause no
So
one wants
here's
to face
what
up
they
on
said.
water. And
Here's
if the
some of
zone
them
then goes north
that
and it goes
some
across
people
that
were
water,
doing.
woo, you're in
Alright?
for a fantastic spectacle, but we get excited for it, Monster. If you're a
He
player,
said,
you
this
are
person
dreading
said,
this end
4
game.
times 4. Ha ha, I died. This other one says, what's 4 times 4? 10. Then this guy shows a crying emojis saying I laughed right along and I'm not ashamed at y'all. And then he's like,
and Twexy's
Better
team,
pick your
Cypher back there.
side.
We
There's
saw them get
no
sniped once,
room
but they
for
get
a
picked up. As
pedophile
Chap,
or
who made it out of the drop
sympathizers.
spot, does end up falling
I don't know
there.
what the heck that
Threats
is.
end up falling there. There goes Trashy. He's down now to Zate as well. So big exchanges
And all
happening
these
in between
others are
here.
just
Dukes
pretty
is
bad shit.
completely
None
wiped
of
out.
shit.
That means Chap's team is gone from the comp.
Like I said it before, and I'll say it again. Most people care about themselves.
Keep that top 10.
I know.
Continue his legacy. This is looking like
But I'm just basically I'm basically trying to back you up on this part, Zach.
At the heart of some of the biggest spawn contests,
Especially because you have a disability.
Again, we have the legendary Chat versus Tifa with the
And nobody should be going through
Chat has
that.
found himself in yet another one.
And get this, like the people who posted it, right?
Yeah.
They're friends with my aunt.
Our first place team is down to 10 health, and I don't see him popping any
Really?
meds. This is disastrous for our first place team. Miro, 62
You're
total
friends
health,
with your aunt.
no AR ammunition
But here's the
whatsoever,
question.
13 shotgun
Why
shells.
on
Reverse
Mobius would they
2K on
post
this
this video
absolute
on
sliver of health
YouTube
right now.
if they know
And
they're
I
making
don't think they're
fun
gonna do anything. They're
of
holding on. They're clutching on for at least the
disabilities
top
people?
17 to start getting a
Yeah,
single
probably a lot of
point
people don't
fight.
know
This
that.
isn't good at all. This is fantastic if you're cheering on teams.
There's a lot of people that know.
Second place who just got an elimination.
I took a look at
This is their chance to
every
close the gap.
comment.
This is what we want to see as spectators, though, Monster.
Oh, yeah,
But here's this other one. But here's
We're
these
gonna
ones.
see the race for the finish here, and you know, as every game that
But
goes
here's some
on,
other
the
ones.
closer and closer it becomes,
Okay.
the more these other teams get to really hop up.
Yeah,
and
I felt for this
capitalize
kid.
on the missing
Had
first,
he
second, and third place
said
teams in the
anything
conversation
sexual
here.
in
It's gonna be a
his
hard
text,
draw as well.
maybe it would
You
be
can assume
harder,
it's about
but
as
I
over
legit
as it
think
can be
he
for
might have
Versus
been
Miro.
looking
I mean,
for a
they're gonna
friend,
need a miracle
and
here at
then
this point.
realize how bad it was.
57 above as well, only
I
5
really
players have
don't
to go
think
down,
he
though, so I don't think
understood
Spurs is gonna be
what
an issue, but
he
that
was
is a
doing
long rotate
was
when you are
illegal.
single
This
tagged
one
right now.
actually
So,
makes
I
me
think they're
sad.
literally swapping weapons
He's
because
he's
Miro's
special
weapon, his
needs.
epic
Seems
assault
as
rifle
if
has
he
no
would
bullets
just
in the
want
chamber.
someone to
Reverse
hang out
2K's
with.
rare assault
I
rifle
feel
does,
bad
so
for
they're
the guy.
swapping hands so Miro, who is on 70
This
health,
is wrong.
can have the best
As
loadout
much
because
as I
he is the
love
healthiest
your
player
work,
of that
this
duo.
isn't
That
right.
says everything you need to know for our first
You
place
guys
team.
laugh
You have
at
to
him,
imagine it
not
would be
knowing
a
4 times
monumental
4.
effort to even
Crazy.
get a single more point out of this game.
I
So
don't
Jack
think
Acorn and
this
Slacks
one
in
should
third place.
have been
Commandment sends Edge in
posted.
second place.
I
This is your
actually
chance.
feel bad
This is
for
your
this
time to
for
step
this
up.
guy.
Are you going to make a count, or are you going to go
I
down early
really
as well?
feel like
I'm
you
selling that
shouldn't
short,
have
though.
left
Reverse 2K
this
might be able to pull
off
something out of
the
this.
internet,
I mean, I
man.
believe it. I did
He's
see an airdrop
clearly
lane right
not
above him. I'm
a
seeing all the
3
crosshairs making it
all
across the water
there.
as well, so
Not
they
all
might
there.
actually get
Jesus
across
Christ.
here. We might have
Have
figured
a
out
heart.
too
He
early. We'll
didn't
see
know
as,
what
there
he
it
was
is. Miro
doing.
does get
He
knocked, but it
probably
is only
shouldn't
a knock, so
even
Versus K
have
somewhere in
a
this game.
phone.
Who
It's a
knows,
good
right? Who really
thing.
knows?
You
Oh,
taught
no,
him
the
a
season's
lesson.
over.
I wouldn't have
They go
posted
down,
this.
but what an unfortunate game. But they
I've
went
never
to the game with a
felt bad
15-point lead.
for a
They have to see if
predator.
that holds as
But this
Stretch,
guy
Zap, and
acts
Zay
like
take the high
my
ground with
small
the alpha
son.
top. That is a Zay
It
top
breaks
and a
my
half.
heart
They have
that
the eyes in the sky. They've claimed this
y'all
whole high ground. But as
laughed
we've seen a lot
when
in the
he
qualifiers and the
couldn't
heats,
multiply
have they invested
4
too
by
much too
4.
early? Can they hold it now? As
I
they come
think
down
he
6
doesn't
eliminations
really
on the board,
understand. Bless
out of a
his heart.
contested Hydra
At
Dem,
least
this is an
he was
incredibly
honest.
impressive performance
I
here on day 2
know
from Zayd's
it's
team.
not
Even
an
if they don't bring
excuse,
it back, they are fighting
but
for pride, and
if
honestly,
he has
props to them, they are playing
a
phenomenal
mentality
right now.
of a child,
Look
of
at this.
course
They go
he would
triple metal, keeping it wide
be
and strong here.
attracted
Now,
to a
splitting up the
child.
material, they must have caught a
I hope
great
he
refresher. We
was
don't see them
able
with
to
6
get some
eliminations
help.
every day, coming into half and half, and now
And that's
for
all
the
that
first
Raven
full
sent
moving,
me.
so this is
Damn.
a dominant spot to be in. We've saw them throw this position before. It's always zone
And you
7
know what
or
I
zone
said
6,
on
but
this.
for
Here's
them
what I
and the
said to
loot
defend
and how
you.
high they are, I think they're safe.
And this one, you're gonna thank me.
Two wins in the
You're gonna
first
thank me
3
for
games
this.
here on day 2.
Okay?
Struggling day 1,
Okay, we'll see.
Alright. I'm gonna go and split up into this thing.
There it is. Zay goes down. Sap goes down. It's just
Here's
I
what I
asked
said
them to
in the
invest too
chat.
much too soon. Apparently, it didn't invest enough. As Edgy takes down Jack in the feed monster, we have potentially the most important game on our hands of this weekend. As first is down and second capitalizes onto third. All eyes on Commandment, Phase Sensitive, and NRG Edgy as Stretch is trying to go for the revive here. Unfortunate place for Zayt, Sap, and Stretch. I don't know if they're going to be able to bring this one back, but there are big teams in this trying to put up big points.
Alright, hold on. I just gotta go in here. Let's go.
All all slipped away, all off the backs of an unstable foundation, and that's why they get chopped out there, but it's okay. The fact that Sap was even able to get picked up keeps them in the running here. They can still fight for their top 10 spot as Clicks, Booga, Bizzle take advantage of the chaos, and now they have the high ground, and they're operating as a two-man team as well. 700 damage above the Surge. They're looking comfortable. They have the heals to ride this one out as well, and they're looking to jump up into top 5 now too.
And as a duo, this is going to be interesting. Can anyone kind of make a play for this high ground as a trio and try to take them off? But last time we saw them in this situation, someone came for high ground. Clicks over-invested in the builds. He's only got 25, so things are looking familiar. But Booga takes down Riversan, and they might be able to hold this. This is massive for the leaderboard. I still see Illest in this, so 4th place still up. I saw 5th place. DJ and Age is still in this as well. So everyone is in this, but where is Centered Edgy Commandment? There they are on the front side. That is your 2nd place team. Right now, the leaders of this lobby as Reverse 2K, Day, and Miro are out, and Clicks drops down and finds the refresh that they need for the material. They have a chance to jump back up. This is your 7th place team who's looking to try and get their 2nd victory out here of the weekend. They've done it once. Can they do it twice?
Yeah, but Kanata's still going. Acorn is still going. They're still in this game. They're still picking up points. And although Clicks finds Avery, which is the 4th place team, he needs to stop the rest of these teams that are at the top of the standings. If they keep going, so does the gap. So does the battle for them to catch up. They've had, quite the comeback. This is the Booga. This is the Clicks and Bizzle that we have seen compete in the recent times. This is that dominant hold they've had over the competitive scene lately, but they have to continue to step it up here, and they're putting it up though.
Macwood and Kanata doing it as well. We've seen a lot of legendary 3v3s this weekend. We've seen big teams clash at the end. Who is it going to be as Bucky, Macwood, Kanata all still alive? Centered Edgy Commandment all still alive. There are big names in this as full trios. Can Clicks and Booga hold on to this on the high ground? As right now, Macwood, Bucky, and Kanata are playing these mid-ground layers to perfection. There's Paper. They're running through anyone they can find, but the threats are below them. Our 2nd place team is down on the low ground as we know they play best, and we still have Clicks and Booga on the high ground. Big names in this lobby, all trying to jockey for positions and trying to set themselves up for this victory. We still see Slacks in this as well, so many big names. Acorn is still there as well. Stretch collides. Sap is there, so they're still holding on. These are literally the biggest names in NA East, and they've all come out to play in this game.
And Staff, man, talk about a clutch right there from Stretch coming out and puts it up onto Aspect and Npen. Wins that exchange in the box there. Their 2nd height, they're still up top, which means they're trying to just ride their way out and find this top 3. Stretch. And now, here's that low ground fight we're looking for. This is where these guys play best, though. We've seen Commandment clutch it up over and over, and he's got the success card in his pocket here. Ooh. It's that shotgun, and he lets Bucky know he's here to use it. It's a huge one, and Commandment has been putting up highlights after highlights all day long.
This is it. How many points can they rack up? They need this victory out right now. This is their chance to cement themselves in 1st place. Commandment goes out. He has the bounce pad. He doesn't need to use them. This big epic charge. He's put out so much damage this weekend. Honestly, Commandment, you are one of the best in the game to do it. Sentinel drops back for the heal off. Booga goes for the heal off. It is Sentinel's Booga versus FaZe Centered. Who has more meds? I have to think it might be Booga at this point. He gets the refresh, but he's looking for it. He's starting to feel a bit nervous. He's not as comfortable, and no, Centered doesn't have the meds. It goes to a heal off, but what a performance from our 2nd place team, getting the 10 elimination 2nd, but it's all about our World Cup solo champion Booga hitting the dance at the end with a victory out. Monster, we have an absolute tournament on our hands.
Listen, we're gonna have to radio in for some support here. Numbers for the team, like he is hitting some of the most explosive shots in these end game moments. He's not getting enough credit, I think, to the trio that he deserves, and again, just a phenomenal comeback story for Clicks, Booga, and Bizzle here.
Reverse 2K, Day and Miro go down. We needed the 2nd place team to jump up, and they do it, but was it enough, Monster? Did they get enough points in that game?
Yeah, listen, I hope so. I got the radio here. Zeke, where are you, my man? We're going to need some backup from the boys at the desk. Hook me up here. Tell me what you got, guys, please.
Don't worry, POTUS. This is Zeke. I am en route right now. I'll have standings to you very shortly. Over. All right, this is us. That's right. We're the Secret Service of Fortnite. It's Reese. It's Vivid. It's Zeke. That's right. I'm all over the place. Guys, I mean, they called it out, right? Being able to have Booga show up with that incredible win. And this is off the back of them not having Bizzle, right? They had played as a duo for that last tail end of the game. And still, pulled off the Victory Royale.
Yeah, these guys performed big Victory Royale, but they've been kind of inconsistent all day. So why don't we actually have a look at kind of some of the things that they're doing when they perform very well?
Yeah, so as we saw last game, they actually ended up getting third. And something that I really wanted to point out here is that the position that they were in this last game, not the one that we just saw, but the one before that. So they're on the north side of the zone right here. And as you see, this is right when the moving zone is about to pop. Now pay attention right to the north. Now, as I saw, this is the most congested side of that zone, right? So instinctively, you as a trio may want to like immediately start and build towards, you know, where that moving zone went. However, if we look at them, they actually ended up staying behind. They ended up staying in this position and did not move a single bit here. And there's a decision that you can make. You can either stay or you can move. And they ended up staying. And what this allows them to do is allows them to allow every other trio that was, you know, congested around them to basically build for them. And as we saw in the end of the clip right there, Bugha is breaking into the back of the tarp. And what that allows them to do is break into the back of the tarp, use that tarp for cover instead of using their own materials. So it allows them to play for a much later part of the game and secure that third place spot that we saw.
Yeah, and you know, we saw in previous other games, we saw them kind of go for that hype play when it wasn't really required. They went for a play where they kept them on that mid-ground layer, using those old builds and stayed through. And the game we've just watched was massive from them as well, picking up the big Victory Royale, which has moved them up to 5th. But the crown slot so far goes to Commandment, Scented, and Edgy. 246 points. After that massive last game where they got 10 eliminations, that was a 45-point total. Slacks, Acorn, and Jack have also managed to overtake Daymere and Reverse here. You know, we saw Daymere and Reverse, you know, we clipped over them in that 4th zone or 3rd zone at that point, and it wasn't looking good for them. You know, we saw Reverse 5 HP, Miro with no AR ammo at all, and wow, you know, obviously they're early in mid-game. Before that, it was a little bit down a little bit coming into the second day from their absolutely dominant start in day 1. So there's still 3 games left. Plenty of games left. They can definitely kind of catch up and try and get back into that 1st place slot again.
Yeah, 3 games left for the trios on the second page here. Bucky, Kanata, and Macwood at around 180 points here. They still have a lot of potential. They still have a lot of time, you know, get some good games and hopefully get a victory out because they actually don't have any yet. And another trio that we saw in the highlight there was Zayt, Sap, and Stretch. They had height for the 3rd time to just today alone. And they are, you know, they're coming up the leaderboards again because they weren't doing so hot after yesterday, but they are making a statement here today saying that, hey, we can come back and we will make a run for at least top 5.
Firstly, if one team's going to do it, it's going to be Zayt, Sap, and Stretch.
Hope you guys are enjoying this video. Love you guys.
Zone 3 games in a row, but this time they did it extremely comfortably. They had 6 eliminations coming into 5th zone, which is very uncharacteristic of this team. You know, these guys are the guys who get not a huge amount of eliminations overall throughout the entire game, but particularly not in the early and mid game. And coming into today, you know, after yesterday's first 6 games, they were in 24th. So a really rough start for them. However, right now, their early and mid game is absolutely on point, continually getting them at height for moving, you know, and we saw, unfortunately, them get chopped down by Bugha, which was actually the game-winning play. That was the play that ended up managing to get Bugha's team height. But still, at this time, both teams playing an absolutely phenomenal games today.
Yeah, and what teams need to pay attention for in these last 3 games here is that teams may get a little, like, anxious to get more points. And what is very, very favorable for points is elims right now. So we might see a lot more aggression come out at the end of today. So, you know, this may result in some of these top placement heavy teams like Scented, Commandment, and Edgy getting into these sticky situations where they're forced into fights that they don't necessarily want to take. So they need to be prepared for something like that.
I mean, that's what I want to hear. That's music to my ears because I want to see the crazy plays come out because now's the time to do it. Fortnite fam, as the action heats up, we gotta cool on down. We're going to a break. When we return, the final games here from the NA East FNCS. We'll see you guys in just a bit.
Welcome to the Reboot Rundown. If you missed it, there was a special reboot round which included all the best teams that couldn't make it past the semifinals. Everyone had one more chance. Only the team with the Victory Royale in this single match could make it to the finals of this FNCS. With these types of stakes, we saw the craziest action and display of dominance throughout every region. Today, we're going to show you just 3 of those stories from Europe, North America East, and North America West.
For EU, it was Flecken, Aloft, Diablo, and Bayon who clinched the victory royale with a thrilling heal-off that went down to the final second. Flecken gets chosen to try and heal off and win the game as a solo. With no mats, he's forced to go into the heal-off 29 seconds loses. The medkits can't be used here because he's already in zone and the other team has a huge advantage on time. So he needs to do something and make a play to win the game. Dropping to low ground, he finds the most crucial elimination, netting him 50 extra HP from Siphon, 2 floppers.
flow, the crow. Flow, the crow, the no, the row, the bro, the so, the grow, the low, the foe, the yo, the foe, the go, the flow, the crow, the no, the row, the bro. I needed some.
Says David.